This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. It's that season, man, and we know it's going to be tough outside with the cold weather, moving around, all type of things, but you still have to be thankful. And you need to make sure you tap in and remind yourself that even when stuff is going wrong, you got to have gratitude. But sometimes you might need to talk it out. That's why online therapy with BetterHelp is great, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. I've used it multiple times, and it's a great way to just get your thoughts out. You fill out a brief questionnaire, get matched with a therapist, and switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. And these are licensed therapists, okay? Let the gratitude flow. Visit betterhelp.com/traphouse today to get 10% off your first month. That's betterhelp.com/traphouse.
Welcome to the trap.
Get your dead body in the back.
Welcome to the trap.
Get your dead body in the back.
Welcome to the trap.
Tripping better than slipping.
Welcome to the trap.
But sometimes we tripping.
Welcome to the trap,
Welcome to the trap.
where we joke and rap,
Where we joking rap.
gut busting laughs, hand slapping laps.
Girl, slap it loud.
Get you through your day,
Get you through your day.
and it's free of cost.
I'm so cheap.
Don't you laugh too loud. Don't get fired by your boss.
I'm unemployed.
Welcome to the Comedy Trap House. Comedy Trap House.
Welcome back to another episode of the Comedy Trap House. My name is Rome Green. I'm in the building with Cam.
I'm in the building.
I'm in the building with Emmanuel.
Or are you in a building with me?
I genuinely I don't know if I'm in the building with Emmanuel or not. I'm on a Zoom. I'm on a Zoom with Emmanuel.
There you go.
I'm in Macon, so the signal go. That's what happened.
In the country. Macon also, when I was out there, I was like, this is somewhere where Jeepers Creepers would happen. For sure. Like driving on them back roads, I was like, anywhere Macon, backwoods of North Carolina, any country, Mississippi back road is Jeepers Creepers all over it.
I saw emu today.
That's
You said
Jeepers
you seen
Creepers.
the eating booty? What?
Emu.
Oh, emu. Okay.
But that's nothing I would ever thought I would see in Macon.
That's
I
true.
went to my great aunt house, and she was showing me all the animals, and they had an emu, about 20 goats, a singular cow out there, a turkey, some ducks. It was just all kind of cats, a
A
dog.
singular cow.
Sounds delicious.
One singular cow because the cows live on a different land,
Yeah.
but they brought this cow over because they're gonna bring another cow to breed. So it's only one singular cow in there right now.
It must be good to
But-
be that cow right now.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
but the
But
emu, this is one emu, and they just look aggressive. It's just like I'm not going in there.
Yeah.
A big raptor looking bird.
Yeah, that's the ones with the lady on Instagram when they be running up on her.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah.
But I put it on my story. You can see it on my story, but nah, not going in there.
Yeah, certain birds just look aggressive, you know. There's certain birds you just don't want to deal with. You're not dealing with ostriches, emus. I'm cool.
I'd rather deal with emu than an ostrich, but
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
They a little small. They smaller than ostrich, but I don't want to deal with none of them little head birds.
Little head
Them
bird.
big body, little head birds.
I seen a question from one of my homies, and it was on Instagram, so I was like, I could ask the trap. It's one of the questions where you think it would be easy, but it's like when you really think about it, I don't know. It says, if you could change the price of something to $1 permanently, what would it be?
$1 permanently.
Permanently. Like at first, I had an answer. I was like, oh.
That's a tough question because then you'd be like a house, but then if all houses are $1, they wouldn't really be worth nothing. So then,
I mean, a simple one would be like gas, just to make everybody happy with traveling.
Yeah, possibly.
And then your flights would go down. That has an effect on everything. That should make food go down. That should make everything go down.
rent,
That was my initial answer.
rent,
Dollar rent?
yeah, rent.
That was my initial
Wait. But ain't that what you just said?
No, he said house,
Houses.
like buying a
No,
house.
buying a house, it was $1. It wouldn't really mean nothing because then
So you're just saying if you rent like an
Yeah,
apartment or something, it's a
yeah.
dollar?
If you rent,
Why
maybe.
would I ever buy a house then? I'll just rent a house.
No, for sure. I said
Exactly.
rent at first, but then I had to really start think. Rent is a solid one. I can't be mad at rent being a dollar. Like, but I'm trying to think, is there anything else? I'm just like, what about since the value of cars goes down anyway? It's just a dollar.
Because you don't need a car. Everybody don't need a car.
Yeah,
Everyone needs somewhere
true,
to live, though.
true. You can live inside a car.
You could, but you don't want to.
Yeah,
So
yo.
everyone needs somewhere to stay. Like people in New York don't necessarily need cars, depending on
So,
what part of New York you live in.
so top five things if we got so rent,
Gas,
gas.
um,
What else is the dollar?
And it needs to go down to a dollar, right?
No, 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 no. It's a dollar.
I'll put flights up there. Flights will be fire at a
Yeah,
dollar.
yeah, yeah.
But I'll be out of here.
I mean, yeah, yeah. That wouldn't.
I'll be out of here.
It would have to be some type of regulation because that'd be crazy.
Oh my God, the amount of sex trafficking that be going on in flights for a dollar.
Well, I mean, you could throw that in there, sex or dollar.
Well, pussy, that I was gonna say pussy, but that would be taking it up a quarter.
That'll be taking it up four quarters. uh, let's see. I'm trying to think. Is there anything?
taxes. All taxes is only a dollar. You gotta pay a dollar in taxes.
Hey, I ain't gonna hold you up. That right there,
Ain't mad at a dollar
that
tax.
right there, that can help a lot of people.
Ain't mad at that one. I was like, that's a good question because like you want to say so many things, but like if somebody came to you with that wish, it's like, oh, this is I gotta pick the right one. But I'm probably gonna go rent. Like if you gonna give
That'll
me,
end homelessness.
I'm probably gonna go rent off
That'll
top
end homelessness.
for
But
sure.
what if I feel like you got to put parameters around
I
it.
mean, you gonna have
Because
for sure, for sure.
I
This is
feel
a
like it got to be anything in the vicinity of like that would cost around that much that you would want to like gas goes up to $6. You say you want it to be a dollar. That makes sense. A house is $350,000.
Hey man, I didn't make the rules. I didn't make the rules. They
You
told
didn't.
me anything.
It's
So
just, it's just it's just a
anything,
hypothetical.
It
anything.
just sounds like it's gonna fuck up something with some Back to the Future type shit if you do
Oh,
that when
oh
it's
yeah,
that
yeah,
big of a
yeah,
deal.
for sure. But yeah, I guess we can get into the thick of things.
Oh, one more thing.
Oh,
I bet everyone will buy it then, and Bitcoin went back to a dollar.
oh, yeah, yeah, absolutely. They gonna maybe be buying everything up. You got to, you got to. But yeah, let's get into it. Kendrick dropped an album. What was this on Friday?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Friday. Yep.
Friday. Let's look. Let me start with this. Were you surprised they dropped so a little bit earlier than the Super Bowl, or that's what you expected, or what was your take on him dropping now instead of like either right after Super Bowl or like on Super Bowl?
I just knew once Super Bowl was announced that the album is gonna come at some
For sure.
point. When they said Super Bowl, like, okay, maybe you won't get it until closer to the Super Bowl, like how Usher did.
Yeah,
I knew one was coming regardless, but
yeah, yeah, yeah.
as we all think on the internet, we don't think this is the only album because this felt more like a mixtape. So you're probably gonna get the real album next year sometime before the Super Bowl or during the Super Bowl, right
So
after.
okay. I wasn't even thinking that. Okay, I'm not mad at that. Yeah, I can see that.
Hold on, what comes right after the Super Bowl?
He was saying they could. He was like, so, I guess the take is online. There's maybe some
This was more like a mixtape,
like a mixtape.
and we'll get the real album at some point. What I would assume be next year, before the Super Bowl, or right during, or right after.
I think this is a real. I thought I felt like a real album to me, but
The reason why I don't think it is just
yeah,
based on how he moved this year. When he dropped Not Like Us, he previews Squabbles, the squad, what came to be Squabble Up.
mhm.
And then when he dropped this, the promo for it is a song that wasn't on this album. Because with the promo song I heard, I was like, I can't wait to hear this one. It wasn't on this album at all,
Yeah, for
which
sure.
makes me think he doing the same thing he did with Squabble Up. It'll be on the next album. And plus, in that promo, he had two cars. So it's almost like it looks like it's alluding to it's going to be two separate projects.
I'm not mad
Just
at
based
that.
on how he be doing his messaging and his,
Yeah.
He do his four mentions basically.
I'm not mad at that take. I'm not mad at that take. Is there advantages of dropping it now than this one now? Well, I guess if you do
This
it,
one was an ode to LA. All these LA
yeah,
artists on it, everything was like LA style. And that's not usually how he make albums. Like his first one was a ode to LA too, but it was more about his upbringing in LA, which made sense. It was a movie. And then Pimp a Butterfly, that was like people didn't like it or whatever. I liked it. It was like a poem. And then Damn, I don't know what that one was supposed to be, but I love that one.
mm-hmm,
So they all like have these like concepts to it. And this one didn't necessarily have a Mr. Morale was about all his therapy and all his, insecurities and all his growth. This one didn't really have no theme to it. It just was like felt like a mixtape after you listen to it. And it was featuring all these underground LA artists outside of SZA.
it was it was
So
it was more bop related, more
yeah, it just
yeah.
felt really LA, really
Um,
Cali.
how'd you feel off first listen for both of y'all? I know Manuel, that's your favorite artist, so I was like, how was your take on the first listen?
It's the greatest album of all time.
So tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, you can tell us how you really feel.
Um, it's damn good. I think it's very enjoyable. I think it's like his version of his, I think the crazy thing about this dude is that he just answers all the naysayers anytime they got something to say.
Mm-hmm.
He just kind of, oh, he doesn't make music that quick. Bam, he does back to back with the disses. And then oh, he doesn't support LA artists. He has the whole pop out show and then does this album.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he doesn't make fun hip hop songs and stuff like that. Boom, he drops a whole CD that
Mm-hmm.
got all the club jams and on top of the disc that's still working the charts.
Mm-hmm.
Uh he just keeps proving why he is currently the GOAT.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't understand Lil Wayne going around crying like a little bitch. And that sounded harsh. I'm sorry. I don't want to disrespect Lil Wayne because he one of my
You
favorites
already
of
did.
all
You already did.
Go ahead,
You
man.
already did.
All
You
good.
already
All
did.
good.
And you know how we feel about that, so tighten up.
It's all
My
right.
bad. My bad. I'm speaking to
It's
two niggas look like they about to go rob a H&M.
yeah, tighten
Uh,
up. Tighten up.
Tighten up. Yeah, if we did, we wouldn't give you nothing.
you better get me some jeans, nigga.
I'm getting that nigga nothing but shorts because he don't like wearing
But
shorts.
but
Hey,
based
nigga.
on but based
Hey.
on based on what you said, are you saying that he's controlled by the masses?
Who?
Is he just doing things because people saying he can't do it?
As of this last 2-3
Based on
months,
whatever
however
you
months it's
said,
been since the dissing. I mean, he hasn't up until that point. He's been just doing him. But
yeah.
since the questioning started, I feel like
You
he's
feel like it
just
was
been
a
like,
joke.
okay, oh, you feel that way? Boom. You feel that way? Boom. You feel that way? Boom. It's like nothing he's not touching. He's getting an A on this test easy. It's like I don't know what else to say. He's just proving what he is. And it's amazing. This whole run is incredible. I think and I'm not even saying this album is like the creme de la creme. I don't think it's built. It's even built to be like that. It's not supposed to be some Grammy nominated album.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
he just wanted to do the bops to get that out the way and support the LA artists. It seems like, and
yeah.
it was fun. I enjoyed. I'll keep listening to a bunch of songs. I think one of the best songs, ironically, you would think I want the hard hit one, but the one with SZA, the Luther.
Mm-hmm.
That is incredible. That song is incredible. That's like one of the best R&B songs I've heard in a minute. Like R&B rap songs. That I thought that was an incredible song. But outside of that, mustard. That shit's so funny to me.
It's very ironic you like the Luther one because that's a specialty of the other guy you don't like.
It is ironic. That is a good point out. Yeah.
So it's just ironic. Oh,
That's
you
his
love that, but that's a specialty of the
that's
guy.
but it's funny. As I said, I haven't liked an R&B song like that in a minute. It's not like a lot that I really like. So that one, for some reason, I just thought the instrumentation and the music, like musically, sonically, it was just amazing sound. But TV off. I even the one with the weird what's the name of the album? GNX, the song, that
Mm-hmm.
weird ass beat. At first, I was like, "What the hell?" But when they catch the rhythm of that shit, it reminded me of when Ludacris went on Method Man and Redman's show, and they had a frog playing beat.
That frog joint,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was just kind of off beat, but he still kind of ripped it. That's what this reminded me of. It was like,
Mhm.
and I know a lot of people say they don't like that one, but that actually grew on me.
Yeah, that one
And
didn't bother me. I think
Did you want to go? You want me to go?
yeah, I was like, I can go off first listen. I was like, oh, this hard. I mean, off the first song, the beat
Whacked out
selection,
murals.
huh?
Whacked out murals.
Yeah, the beat selection was dope, and I gotta say it, and because I'm gonna say it every time. I don't really
you don't
tolerate.
like Batman, yeah.
I don't really tolerate the Wayne disrespect, but you know what I'm saying. But I also called Cam when I heard it, and I was like, I like how he did it. You know what I'm saying? It was the way he addressed it. He was like, hey, it is what it is. Like, he was like, yeah.
Did you feel that was a diss? People saying that's a diss, and I'm like, I don't really see like a.
Not
The
really
reason,
a diss,
It,
but
it, it's,
it's like
it's
he basically saying like, look, you get out your feelings to me. It's like I guess I let Lil Wayne down. You know what I'm saying?
he said the same thing about not same thing, but he said a similar thing about Snoop, and it was like it was just kind of like damn, well, I hope it was the edibles, you
Yeah,
know,
that's what I'm saying. He's just addressing niggas that's like feeling like they not giving him his, they
right?
not happy for his success. And I'm not mad at it. I wasn't mad at it. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm Dwayne Carter all the way, but for sure I rock with the way he did it. It was professional. It was quite professional.
the reason why I took it as a diss, it wasn't because of the first lines he said about Wayne, but I think it's the part that followed it. I was like, was that towards Wayne? Because he said, where is it? Because he said the thing about Wayne, but later on he was talking about like old ass flows trying to convince
I think
me.
he's talking about everybody though on that one. It felt
That's why I was like, I don't know.
like
Like
it's
the
talking about
Snoop
everybody.
Dogg one was blatant because he said Snoop posted Taylor made. I prayed it was the edibles. I couldn't believe it. It was only right for me to let it go. So I
Yeah,
was like,
he's
all
just
right,
saying he let it go.
he ain't dissing him.
Yeah,
But
Yeah, so who knows? But I wasn't mad at it. But then for some reason I really liked Hey Now, Say Now because of the beat switch, like the eerie beat switch in the song.
yeah, I
And
like that song. I like that
they
joint too.
did he did a little Fabo shout out when he was like, I'm starting to see spaceships on roads.
Hmm.
That was hard.
Oh yeah, yeah, that is
Uh,
Fabo.
I was like, yeah, overall, yeah. I was like, I wasn't mad. I wasn't mad at none of the songs to be honest. I
Did
like
y'all like the one that was previewed at the beginning of Not Like Us? What's it called again?
squabble
Squabble
up.
Up. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Squabble Up.
I
They
like I like
dropped a video
Squabble
for
Up.
that too.
Yeah, I like Squabble Up because I like the sample. I was just thinking too. I was like, this is a funny question I had with Squabble Up. I was like, Squabble Up sound not the song, the phrase Squabble Up
Yeah.
sounds like it's a really it sounds like a really good fight. You know what I'm saying? It don't sound like it sounds like it's rules to this fight. Like, hey, these two gonna squabble up. They're gonna make sure they squash the beef.
Mm.
And I started thinking about what are all the fight terms and which ones don't sound like they feel like when a nigga tell you like run the fade, it feels a little different. It feels a little bit more harsh. I don't know why squabble up just sound like it's some stuff that just need to get handled
He used
real
to say
quick.
shoot the fade.
Shoot the fade. You gotta shoot the fade. Pull up. Kind of you could use pull up for multiple things. Like well, pull up then, I feel like
Damn.
that can go
But
different
pull
ways.
up could be violent, but pull up could be sexual as
It
well.
could it could be it could go both ways. No,
All of these to me sound like cleaning supplies. Pull
yeah.
up,
Well,
shoot the
pull up,
fade,
Squabble.
squabble
squabble.
up,
Like all
squabble up, dish detergent.
we need to get
Fight
all these
stains.
trademarked.
It fights stain.
That's funny.
But
But yeah, but
definitely.
overall, I enjoyed the project. Yeah, I was like, I like this one because he was introspective on like even what was it
Reincarnated.
reincarnated. That's on reincarnated. I like
The Tupac.
yeah, Tupac, the Billie Holiday reference,
Yeah.
all that stuff. So I think that was dope. Yeah, it was. I like bops and introspective. Like he didn't give me nappy time music, and I like that's what I rock with.
This was an album for Rome, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
Sure.
no, for sure, for sure, for sure.
Like all his projects, I like this one as well. It's only one song I didn't like, and that's GNX. I don't.
You ain't like it?
Nah.
Okay.
I like every single song. I was listening back, like, all right, GNX came on, like this the one. I don't like it.
I
And
know people ain't gonna like that one, but I don't know. That shit
I
just
don't like
great.
And the funny thing, Squabble Up, I like the song, but it's one of them songs I'm never gonna go play. I know when I listen to this album, I'm never going to be like, well, I just want to hear song, be like, oh, I want to hear Squabble Up.
Now I
To
agree
me,
with you on that. I don't think Squabble Up lived up to what we initially thought it was when we heard
I
it.
didn't like it when I heard it in the preview of the thing like that. It
Oh,
was
you
just
didn't
all
like
right.
it?
I didn't get the hype that people like, yo, we need that. It was just whatever to me.
I thought it was
Not Like
hard.
Us was way better than it. Like Squabble Up was just cool. But when I heard the full thing, I like, okay, I do like this, but it's just one of them songs I'm always gonna skip over. If it come on randomly, I'm like, all right, I can listen to it, but I'm never gonna choose to go listen to it if that makes sense. My three favorites off top, Whacked Out Murals for sure.
Yep.
TV Off is just crazy to me.
It's
That
crazy.
may be my favorite out of it, honestly.
Crazy.
Then one y'all didn't talk about that I love, Dodger Blue. That one right there is so smooth to me. Like I love Dodger
Oh,
Blue.
if you like that one, let me say then the Heart Part 6. I
Yeah,
really like that one
that
too.
was good too.
He was flowing on that and it sounded beautiful.
But just like his Heart Part 6 is like how when Drake outros be, when he just do his timestamps and just be just rapping. That's why I like those records. It ain't like no really hook all the it's just rapping. And I love that. But after Dodger Blue, then it'll be Luther. I love Luther too. But that Dodger Blue, that thing is nice.
I need to listen to Dodger Blue again.
I'm trying to think. I listened to it the first day on Friday, and then I listened to it again on Saturday. Now I was like, all right, when I go to the gym, I'm gonna see some. And to be honest, it wasn't many that I was like I wanted to hear while I was working out like that. Maybe TV Off and probably Squabble Up, but like I don't know. I'm still trying to get the feel of the album, like how much I'll replay it. I'm trying to get that.
Yo,
feel.
you didn't like that joint. I don't hear a lot of people talk about this one, but the what they talk about, they talk about nothing. What they talk about, they talk about nothing.
That one wasn't bad.
I thought
I
that
can't
one
remember
was
the name.
hard.
I
Great
thought,
idea.
I thought it was hard. Like I think it's actual hard. I'm trying to figure out like though as far as like going back and listen. I know it's definitely gonna get replayed, but I'm trying to figure out for me which ones I like go back and play. I like the Hey Now Say Now. I like that sample. I like Squabble Up and I like the mural. That one particularly talking about. I wasn't mad at that one, but I don't think I went back multiple times for that one. I like the Heart Part 6 for sure.
TV Off I played the most.
Yeah, I think TV
So,
Off.
like, Whacked Out Murals and TV Off I played the absolute most. But TV Off was probably just that beat, the energy. It's like I love that.
This is just gonna be marked down as one of the most just incredible times in hip hop history. Probably the last times of hip hop history.
It just makes it interesting. If the beef didn't happen, what would his year have been?
That was my
who knows?
That was my devil's advocate question. Like if we were to remove some of this stuff, how do you think he would have moved? I'm just curious about what you might think. Like if the what was the first track with if you like that, if the like that didn't come out and then the whole beef back and forth, I wonder how it affected the album roll. Because maybe he would have still put out the album, but I wonder how.
It's hard to say just because
it's hard to say.
I don't even know if he would have had this album if it wasn't for the beef. I don't even know if this was planned before or if he just started making this.
No, I feel like he had the song. I think some of the stuff was updated because they can go in and update verses and stuff. I think he had some of the songs for sure because I was talking to Jesse, and Jesse would say, I guess, he know a lot of producers. Like, a lot of songs he did have, but I do think he went in, of course, the updated some stuff and all that stuff as he heard stuff. So I think this might have came as a project. I just wonder how it would have rolled out. It's just, but it's hard to tell. Like you say, it's hard to tell with everything. It's just,
I don't know what the tone would have been. I mean, he would have been successful like he always is.
Yeah, for sure.
It wouldn't be. I mean, it would have been a decline from his last album probably because every artist is declining from their last album. Nobody's selling as much as they once did. So,
well, I don't know because a lot of people didn't like Mr. Morale, which I wasn't mad at Mr. Morale. So if this came out, people might be like, I don't know if it might have declined. I feel like it may have stayed.
But I think it would have still done successful. I just don't know if it would have been as much as Mr. Morale, even though people that was more of a like a split on Mr. Morale, people still bought that album. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, for sure.
almost 300,000 sold at its first week or whatever. So
Okay, I like Mesmerize. It was the to Pimp a Sleepy Fly. That
they
was
say this one might be 400, which would go up, which would be amazing, but it's still not like, that's still down from if this hype would have came 4 years ago,
no.
5 years
But
ago.
you got to think about it. For artists, even get closer to 400 in this time is great
No,
because
it is. It is.
when we were talking about Big Sean,
Right, right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But across the board, all artists are like down.
for
So
sure, the music industry is crumbling.
yeah, I mean, it's not great. So in going into that, you see Drake now.
This show is sponsored by Better Help. Everybody knows it's the holiday season. Everybody is traveling right now. If you are able to travel, go ahead and be thankful. If you are being around your family, go ahead and be thankful. If you don't and you're not able to do these things and you need help getting through this season, which a lot of people do, then I suggest you get some online therapy with Better Help, okay? Because it can be tough, especially seeing all the posts about family and seeing all the posts about Friendsgiving that maybe you're not in a particular spot or maybe you don't have the family you used to have around, and that can be tough. I know sometimes when you're away from family, like I was away from family for multiple years and even on multiple holidays, I didn't have my family there. And sometimes it's good to just talk to somebody, talk through it all, and make sure you get the help you need. So you need to get better help a try, okay? It's a great way to get things down, get things out, and get things understood, okay? Like written down, I mean, of course. If you think about starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Let the gratitude flow with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/traphouse today to get 10% off your first month. That's betterhelp.com/traphouse.
We talked about this, fellas. I want to revisit my statement a couple months back when I said this could be, the end of not, I didn't say completely the end of Drake, but of what he once was. And
Sure.
now he is today, as of the day, suing his
Second,
own record label.
it was a second of suing, I believe.
It's
You said the
still
second of suing?
Yeah, because one came out last night and then one came out today. There's two.
So he's suing, he has two lawsuits against MMG, I mean MMGM, was it? And UMG, yeah.
It's hard to say. Of course, his image takes a hit, but it's hard to say because a lot of people just bandwagon people. They're gonna go with what's popular. It's popular to hate Drake right now, so you're gonna hate him. It's got a lot of people that probably hated Drake that's just at the forefront now. But when you still hear that his numbers are up above everybody, it's like, I don't know. His image has taken a hit, but his numbers haven't taken a hit. So it's just like, I don't know if this is the end. He's too big of an artist for it to be an end like that. So I feel like it'll just take time, but he's not doing himself any favors based on some of the things he does.
Yeah.
So,
The
but I think
moves
it'll
he is
take
making are
time.
just stupid.
And of course, let Kendrick become the biggest. At some point, people gonna get tired of him, and then it's gonna be some turning tides on that. It's just the way it is. When you become the biggest, then everyone see a downfall, and then all of a sudden they want the redemption. So it's just like if he play it right, just do what he need to do.
Yeah, the moves he's making is kind of interesting. The moves he's making is kind of interesting, but
Now they're bad. He's making some bad moves.
yeah, they just
Like I
not,
just don't get why people just like, yo, just chill.
yeah, but like just go away, just relax.
That's what I said from the beginning. He just needs to relax. Just go chill. Let people miss you. Build it up a little bit. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Like he
some
didn't have
people.
to just try to dump 1,000 gigs on us.
But but when I did some research on it, because I knew we were going to talk about this, people are saying that, of course, we see the whole not like us part in the lawsuit. So that's what get the headlines and that's what people going to react to. But they saying what he's suing for is bigger than just that. Because they saying he's in the middle of a negotiation with them.
Yeah,
So he's feeling like some of the stuff they're doing, they're trying to like diminish him so he don't have as much leverage in the negotiations. So some of the stuff they're either doing to him and other artists and all this stuff. So I was like, That makes sense if you in the middle of negotiation, and you know how music industry is, they'll try to get as much leverage over you as possible. But
So
to me, it's like just go independent.
yeah, just go. Yeah,
You
do it.
are big enough to be independent, and if you go independent, that will hurt the label more than anything. So I feel like I don't have to sue y'all. Y'all want to play with me and my money? I'll just go independent and then do what I got to do. But you also know when people go against labels, what happened to them, because that's what they say. Like if we go back to Michael Jackson, it wasn't until he bought the Beatles and all these catalogs until it was making all this money and took stuff from the labels, that's when all this smear campaigns came out and trying to ruin him. So it's just like he going against the machine, and you gotta be careful there because you know how certain artists have turned out. They be killing people for their stuff. So that's what's gonna get interesting with this, to be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah. I don't know the whole play. Maybe there's some stuff. Of course, we don't know everything, but the moves look weird outside looking in. They look bad. So, but I guess we just gotta wait and see what it all means. It just looks funny. I guess outside looking in, they look like, man, nah, ain't no way that shit did that good, man. Check them numbers.
That's why I
That's
say, of
Man,
course,
it's
you
just
know
like,
that's gonna
bro,
get
take
the
your
attention.
L, man. Just take the L and just
yeah,
shut.
yeah. But I also if I'm thinking realistically, I don't think that's how Drake is thinking. I believe it might be something else. Only reason I say that is because he's had numbers his whole career, so I don't think that should even be
He
like this.
just got to make it through February.
Yeah,
February is his last big where it's gonna come up again during the
yeah,
Super Bowl
for sure,
set, especially if he do anything with Not Like Us on there.
definitely.
Gonna come up again. So he just got to make it through February, and then he good again unless somebody directly trying to take shots or he do something to bring it on himself. But as
Somebody
far
said under the lawsuit article, the Jew is coming out in Drake.
it,
Yeah,
it definitely is.
this is crazy, dog. Niggas suing over diss records, bro. Come on, man.
Yeah,
This is just wild.
yeah.
Now again, I'm not, I'm even willing to give. I'm a good guy. All right, I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe there's more to the story where they are trying to take him out and all that shit, but
It
I'm
looked
going with
you
Occam's razor right now.
you know
The most
what
credible seems the most likely idea is probably the realest. So
you know what sucks though about that? Because it reminds me of Family Matters, his diss song. He may be frustrated because he like Kendrick is doing the same thing to me, but y'all ain't seeing it. Like he said, Kendrick in this song, we don't know if it's real true or not, but he said Kendrick called the Tupac estate and said sue him and get this down, get the ring back and sue him and all that. If that's real, it's the same thing.
that is
You know what I'm
funny.
saying?
but
Yeah, yeah, no, for
we
sure.
know for a fact Drake said he never sent no cease and assist to what's his name? To French Montana because that's pussy as shit. And now he is suing. He is suing a whole corporation based on him
But
getting
that's
this.
why
It's just come
that's why I
on,
said
man.
well, that's why I said from Drake's perspective,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
from our perspective. If
yeah.
Drake knows for sure that Kendrick did that, and of course he can't tell y'all because y'all ain't gonna believe it. Just like when he said he turned down the Super Bowl, nobody believed it until the executives like Steve Stout and them came out like, yeah, he did turn it down. Then it got quiet. So it's just like when he said, no one gonna believe him right now. That's just a fact for sure.
Definitely,
But I'm
definitely.
just saying, in his mind, I know he going crazy if Kendrick is doing the same things to him, but ain't nobody seeing it. That's
Yeah,
all I'm saying.
yeah.
That'll probably make him go crazy.
Kendrick at the Super Bowl. I think. Yeah, he one he got to do not like us. Just everybody going to do this. He got to do it. So because everybody, the whole stadium want to say wop 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 wop. Not fuck him up. It's just
I
they
don't
just.
know how he performed that though. I feel like I can hear him doing the instrumental, like it playing off an instrumental or something.
I think he
But
has to figure out
as
a
he rap the
way.
lyrics,
He has to figure out a way to perform it because I know that's
and
fan.
that's why I feel like we gonna hear the beat at some
Maybe,
point, like
maybe.
especially say if he have a band with him, we may hear the beat at some
Yeah.
point. And he may do the chorus, but he can't do the
He
verses.
might not be able to do the whole
Yeah,
verse.
he
He
may
might have
be
to
able to do the chorus, but I don't think he can do the verses
Yeah,
just based
Kendrick
on
likes to say nigga a lot.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
so. The chorus, I definitely believe we gonna hear that, or at least the beat. We gonna
He
hear something.
definitely got to do off this new album, TV Off. That is a Super Bowl anthem right there. Dun, 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 dun. And then when he come in with that mustard, the whole stadium's gonna be saying mustard. That's gonna be hard.
That would be hard. But you also got to think that a lot of the songs we want them to do, they don't do during Super Bowl because they
For
do the
sure.
more like
For sure.
the pop records, the biggest records, like what would he be doing
Like
for
some
Super
on
Bowl?
Damn, like sit
Yeah, he
down.
gonna be doing
Yeah, I feel like he may do that one. Like,
Yeah. He gotta go through his whole catalog. It can't be, yeah, he
yeah,
gonna go through
because
it
he ain't gonna just be doing it. I feel like he gonna be doing it for songs that everyone will possibly know too.
possibly.
I don't know if he. I feel like he gonna bring out TDE,
Yeah,
possibly
maybe surprise guest. We don't know. Yeah.
SZA,
I
possibly
don't
all
know
of
if he'll
that.
bring anybody. Maybe
Maybe,
he will. Maybe he will.
Maybe Baby King families. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know.
yeah, no, but overall, yeah, I thought great project, and I guess we'll see what's next.
The effects of this whole thing has been incredible.
Like
Incredible.
it's been great. Like it's just been great media.
I mean, the documentary for this is going to be incredible.
Yeah,
And pretty much everybody on YouTube has done one, but when they come out with an official documentary, like my biggest question out of this whole thing is what happened to the dude that got shot at Drake's crib?
oh, the
What
security guard.
happened? He just
Hmm.
disappeared.
Yeah,
Nobody talks about him anymore.
But they can't do no documentary until after the Super Bowl. You gotta let it
I mean,
finish.
of course.
Oh yeah.
You gotta
It
let it
can't.
finish
No, the
out.
story's not done yet. There's more to
And
go.
then you gotta wait to how Drake reacts to it as well.
And in many ways, you got to wait for Diddy's court case because we don't know what else that's going to involve, how that's going to pull. We don't know how everything's going to be manipulated into some big ass Game of Thrones, what the fuck, season 8 moment. So,
The only thing that would shock would be probably one of the biggest shocks of the world with the Diddy thing is two. People have been saying that Jay-Z probably involved some way. So for that to happen, people be shocked. But the biggest shock out of all of this would be if Kendrick's involved.
That'd
People, oh my goodness, that would
He's
be
so
the
crazy, nigga.
spin.
be crazy.
That would be the spin of the century for this. I don't know what the internet would do.
Yeah, it would explode. It would
Because what
explode.
would
Kendrick
y'all,
was
what,
getting
what would
fucked
people
by
say?
TD Jakes at,
No,
at
that he
Diddy's
was
house.
part of it. He was part of it. I'm saying, like,
That'd be crazy.
that would be crazy.
That'd be nuts.
That would be nuts.
That'd be absolute nuts. Unfortunately, we gotta do this, Emmanuel, because it's only right. We gotta go to sports for a second. And I'm sorry I had to bring this up,
Oh my
I
God.
know.
Oh my God.
But it's only right. We always talk about it with you too. So
Nah, yeah.
let
We
me
gotta
let
do
me
it.
We don't
mediate.
we don't talk about it.
Let me mediate real quick. It's gonna be real quick.
Some days you go to work, everything's all good. So other days you go to work, you walking around with a hemorrhoid up your ass.
I just want to say, how did you feel? Two points in the game. How did you feel? Because I don't have to ask Cam because his team won. So 2 points in the game. How did you feel?
You
One.
got surprised by that. That's what I'm like.
Let's be mature, guys. Let me mediate. Let me ref. You know what I'm saying? This is Emmanuel's turn. Please don't talk out of turn, Mr. Miller.
That's a fucking foul.
Richards, how'd you feel when you seen the run back first? We'll start there. We'll start at the run back. Let's start at the run back because that was a
You
pivotal.
talking about a kickoff? The kick
Yeah,
return?
the pivotal moment with Turpin. Yes, that was a pivotal moment. What was going through your mind at this point?
Well, we had just come off. Did we get a touchdown right there? Right before that?
I think you got to feel. You
Oh, we got field goal.
Field goal or touch one or two.
Yeah, and then we kicked it off to them.
Yeah,
This man runs and hits the spin of a lifetime. I'm talking about that spin. I mean, he knew all the Wheel of Fortune with that spin.
What was amazing about the spin, I will say this, is if you watch the replay, when he picked the ball up, you seen him look and see the gap before. And it's almost like his mind moved so fast. He was like, if I hit this the right way, I'm out of here. Because I seen him look. And then he was like, okay, and then hit the spin. So, yes, as a Commanders fan, Were you screaming or what? Not even screaming. I feel like you were just like, all right, here we go.
Yeah, I don't know if extreme depression is a meaning or anything, but yeah, I immediately felt like stabbing myself.
Okay, so that
Uh,
was the low moment. So now let's go to the very next high moment with the pass to Terry McLaughlin. How
McLaurin. Yeah.
McLaurin, McLaurin
Um,
on that one.
so I still felt and it's because of Jaden Daniels that we have hope,
Mm-hmm.
that there was some glimmer of light with him because he just seems he's one of those dudes that just pulls off miracles. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
was like, maybe we got how many? It was like a minute left
It was like 45, like
or
yeah.
40 seconds, 45 seconds or something.
Mm-hmm.
When
Mm-hmm.
he throws that pass, you talking about screaming
Sure.
from the top of my lungs. Let's fucking go.
Absolutely.
I was
Whole
going
stadium.
crazy.
Whole stadium going nuts. Going.
And yeah, I lost my mind at that moment. And I was trying to take it in. I was like, yo, if we come back and win this shit, and I'm still like, this just seems impossible, but anything is possible right now with this nigga. I just don't know.
Yep. Yeah. Okay.
And it's not like the whole game, both offenses were flat as shit. Like
Yeah, division games are very weird all the time. I don't understand it,
all the
but
time.
they're always very weird.
So we go up there for the extra point,
Yeah.
and our kicker who had missed the field goal earlier
Yep.
already
Yep.
goes
Yep.
up there and misses another one.
Yep.
So
Yep.
and it's on the final. Literally, he makes that. We are
Overtime.
what 3 points down or up? No, no,
No,
we're
you're
like
going to
3 points
overtime.
down.
If
Oh
you
yeah,
if you
we're going overtime. We're going overtime if he makes that, and he misses the damn kick, and we lose the game.
Okay, let me go over to my buddy Mr. Miller. Mr. Miller, glad you could show up today. I appreciate you being here. Throughout this game, let's just go. I'll go more towards fourth quarter because you have told us you've expressed this season has been trash. You've expressed that to us. You've expressed that the team is the back of the butt juice. You've expressed. So during this game, where was your level of hope at? What were you thinking going into the game?
Before I answer that, I want to refute your first statement when you said we always talk about this. We don't because last year I didn't bring up once.
Okay, that's fair.
Swept them last year because it's no reason to celebrate beating this team. It's the inevitable. We always do it. We own them. So I don't necessarily brag about this.
Okay, okay.
And going into this game, I was like, if we don't win any game, I know we about to win this game because we own them. So
Now, are you being
cause they
genuine?
are because they are butt juice. They butt. They trash.
Which team? Which?
You know which team. Commanders. They trash. Uh
Well,
BBL, big butt loss.
let's be fair here. It's hard for me
Mhm.
to say you know which team because I truly thought you were talking about the Cowboys in this particular
No,
situation.
no, we trash too.
Okay. I was just
But I know, but I tell you we trash. I'm
got
honest with that. But the thing with them is what I told you earlier in the season. Don't crown these people yet. I
okay,
said once people catch up to you, figure out who you are and this and that. Now they on a 3 game losing streak
okay,
because the NFL catches up to you. So
gotcha.
we don't crown nobody until the following year. He has flashes. He looked like a decent quarterback, but when he came up against that juggernaut of a defense of ours,
Don't you talk about my quarterback.
67 yards passing entering the fourth quarter.
I will
Cooper
say
Rush was outplaying this guy the whole game outside of him running as far as passing. Like he had 33 passing yards almost like it during almost at halftime. It was a terrible performance. McLaren, we shut that boy down every year. He had 105 yards at the end of the game, but 85 came on with 33 seconds left in the game. So he didn't do nothing. He got shut down by a fourth string cornerback
mhm.
in our nickel cornerback. Trayvon didn't even play who usually his daddy. Trayvon is daddy. His daddy didn't show up, so his daddy sent his sons and shut him down. So I tell you, don't crown these guys. They're not who you think they are.
Miller, let's stay
Now ask me the question.
yeah, let's stay on subject here, Mr. Miller.
Okay.
You know,
Do you know who Kai Sanada is?
yeah,
Yeah.
You look like Kai should not.
Extra question, Rome.
I don't even want to give him that laugh, but
And here's the thing: I wasn't gonna bring up this game again because it's no reason to celebrate beating this just just
I
trash team.
only got one question for you. So Turban runs it back. Of course, you like, let's go for sure. They get the score. Now on the kickoff. What were your thoughts? Where were you at with it? Did you feel like if
On
you
the kickoff,
on the field goal, I mean on the extra point, did you feel like if y'all went to overtime, the game could have
well, I
went
want to talk about
Turpin?
Terry McLaurin play
Okay.
first
Okay.
because that's one thing. I was like, if anybody gonna let a big play happen here, it'll be us because
Okay.
that's the way we roll. We like to Dallas like to put
Fast.
stress on your heart, and this is winning seasons or losing seasons. They're gonna stress you out.
Gotcha.
So when you look at the play, we just didn't get deep enough. I'm like, how you just allow that? It was more our bad than him being this miracle worker. Like what he did in Chicago, that was a miracle.
Mhm.
What he did right there, that's just on us playing, being a badass defense.
For sure.
This is terrible. And if he didn't get that part, they'll be talking about him differently, like how
Mhm.
bad this game was.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
But now ask your question. I'm sorry.
He scores. You're like, okay, here we go. Now, extra point. Where's your mind at? What were you thinking?
I said special teams been so up and down and crazy during this time. I'm like, he missed the extra point already. He
Mhm.
could do it again. And I'm like, there's more pressure now.
Yeah.
So I'm just standing there watching because Leon is hitting me too, and talking about this game. And I'm like, I like it's a chance he gonna miss it. I was like he probably gonna redeem himself here, but I'm like it's a possibility because he missed one. And then what gave me hope because I told Lolly in a previous game, they were saying the most accurate kicker. I was watching another game. They were talking about Justin Tucker. They were like the most accurate kicker in NFL history. He missed it. I
Mhm.
like anytime announcers start talking about a kicker,
That's
and they
true.
said and they said it. It was like he missed one earlier, so this is not a guarantee. And when I saw that snap hit the ground, I said, "Oh, come on now! Either block this now, because they botched the snap, or I'm like, he could shank this." And when it went left, I started laughing. I started laughing because nobody picked us to win. Nobody. When you look at the analysts, all of it was Commanders. All of his commanders. But I know when
That's
you're
usually when you
playing
win.
division games, but especially when we're playing commanders, we own them. And he lucky Dak didn't play. Dak really owned them. Really would have I would have been even more confident, even though Dak ain't been playing good this year. If Dak played, it'd have been more confident because Dak owned them. They probably beat Dak maybe once or twice, I think, since he came in the league. He owned them boys.
All
So we
right.
try to give y'all a favor by playing Cooper Rush, but Cooper Rush came out there 85% completion rate. He had a 123-yard QBR or something at the end of this game.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels was he definitely started off hot, and I believe now
Hot and what? Not in this game.
no. I'm talking
Oh,
about
season. Okay.
yeah. But I guess we gotta give him more time. Out of the rookies right now, my quarterback is the best out of the rookies right now. But we'll
Who's
see.
your quarterback?
Bo Nix,
He's playing great.
he's the best of the rookie quarterbacks right now.
Damn. I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
he has the most touchdowns. His QBR is yeah.
Okay.
And this win hurts us. But
Oh yeah, because
if you gotta win a game, why not do old reliable? You can always go get a good them and the Giants always can give us a little
Oh yeah,
what?
y'all gonna have fun on Thanksgiving with them in there. We'll see.
As I told you, Rome, this is a
Division game.
season where I win either way. If
Yeah.
we win, I win. If we lose, I win. Higher draft pick. And I'll always pick for us to win. But if we lose, I'm not even mad. So if Giants beat us, whatever. If I gotta win a game, they say you gonna win some more games. That was the game right there. Because you gotta let them know, no matter how bad we are, we still own y'all. And that's just demoralizing. Because they came in there and it was like all the ends like this they get right game. All right. Didn't go as you expected.
Well, I guess we'll see the next game, man, when they go to Dallas. We'll see how that goes.
It don't matter though. It's always the first game that you get your bragging rights
Yeah,
on if you
I
are
feel
gonna
you.
brag.
I feel you.
Unless that game means like either one of us make the playoffs or something. But it's that you always want to win the first one in a rivalry because that's the real bragging rights.
I feel you. I feel you.
Now, if we play them there and it's like for them to go to the playoffs or not, oh, I'm gonna want it really bad.
No, that's different.
Then I'm gonna want it really bad.
Different. All right, I just had to ask some little sports
Hey,
questions.
lucky Dak didn't play. Dak really owned.
I will say I just seen a headline that said Baker Mayfield sues father for $12.5 million in some family lawsuit. And I was like,
Oh,
it be your own niggas. It'd be your own
After
people.
the Britney Spears.
It just be your own people, man.
your own
Jeez.
semen.
Your own team. And well, no, I mean, but
This is a suing week.
it was the dad that was tripping. I guess
It's the week to sue everybody.
yeah, everybody gets sued. Baker seen Drake. He said, "I got you, Drake. Don't even worry about it. I'm throwing it out there."
But speaking of sports though, I want to show something. You said I can share my screen.
Did Cam talk about the Cowboys yet?
That's good. That's good. That's solid. I'm gonna give you that one. I'm gonna give you that one.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The timing of that one was solid, man. You've been working on it. I see. That's what you've been doing in the dark over there. I get it.
That's all he
Beating my meat and making jokes.
That's all he got, cause nothing was funny for him on Sunday. Let me see. Can you hear this?
You gotta turn. Yeah.
Fan of the page.
Hear that?
Yeah.
All right. So this is like top tier to me. Because I think this is definitely for Emmanuel listen to a lot of sports radio. Like the accuracy of this is phenomenal. So he's acting like a sports radio person sliding in a girl's DM, like you on sports. So I just want let me just refresh it so you get it from the top. It's phenomenal. He even sound like it.
Fan of the page. I sent that fire emoji over on Mother's Day. Listen, I gotta ask you, is it time to move on from the boyfriend? No ring. You gotta ask yourself, is he somebody who can get it done in the postseason? Is he somebody who you can build a franchise on long term? It's leading me to believe probably not. He might be looking for somewhere else once his contract expires. So I think we cut our losses, set him loose, tank for a year, go back into the draft. And in the meantime, you pick up a utility guy, somebody who's scrappy with a wicked average wrench and can build a winning culture in the locker room. Just my thoughts. Big fan. I'm going to hang up and listen. Hey.
That's hilarious.
Get somebody with an average size wrench next to the utility guy.
When he started, hey Serena, a big fan of the page. It's like when people call in, it's hilarious.
That's funny.
That's funny.
That's top tier for me, man.
Another sports story, actually. I played this one. I just thought this was interesting because this takes dedication. Let me see. Share. All right, here we go. Oh, whoops.
In the history of the UFC.
You can hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh.
It happened at UFC Macau today. It was all thanks to this woman right here who was in the finals of the Road to UFC tournament as a doctor. And also her parents have no idea that she's a professional MMA
Her parents, I know we very believe they don't know that she's a professional fighter. They don't even know that she's competing. They don't know she's here. They don't know she's here. They think she's off somewhere in a tournament doing like cutters or breaking bricks.
And in one of the greatest stories ever told, Shi Ming down 2 rounds to none, plus 2,000 on the live line, pulled off one of the greatest comeback KOs I've ever seen. Early in round 3, Shi Ming, UFC contract on the line, road to UFC. Here comes the head kick. Here we go. Boom. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious. And for the first time in I don't know how long, her opponent in a UFC fight, even though it technically isn't because it's road to UFC, but at a UFC event, a fighter was taken out of the cage on a stretcher. We hope she's okay, but Xi Ming is an absolute legend.
I was like, imagine you don't tell your parents, and they just somebody tell them to cut on TV. You over here, they think you a doctor.
Doctor.
I mean, but you out here fighting MMA. Like, I was like, that's insane. And then you was down 2 rounds, came back and won. Now you about to be a professional. Somebody said the first person to, she was like, they gonna knock her out. She gonna put her in the emergency room and then go take care of her. I was like, that's funny.
The funniest thing, like, it's not funny in Grant, but this picture the funny. Like, your parents don't know you do MMA. Say you get knocked out. Say you go into like a coma for 2 days, and when you wake up, the first thing you see is your parents over you. Like,
you like what? You like, they
ain't gonna tell me you fighting. You just see this when you the first thing you see, huh?
You gonna be confused. Like, even like if I'm watching my daughter, I'm like, now I'm like, I guess I go ahead and root for her, but I'm just like,
Then when you see her knock out somebody, do you root now, or you just still confused? Like, what's going on?
And the craziest thing is, it's harder to tell if an Asian's knocked out or not.
All right, this guy. This guy know how to cross the line every single time. He's an habitual line stepper. Not an habitual line stepper. If there's a line, he go long.
What?
Nah, that.
What y'all talking about?
That.
And then he gonna throw the rock and hide his hand.
That is funny. I give you that. I'm gonna show this other one. So, this is poop news because both of these is poopy. One, this was.
Oh Lord.
It's called Future Toilets, and I said I can't have this. And you gonna see, I was like, I can't. I was like, I can't have
a Future song. It said Future Toilets.
Future Toilets. Look at this.
Three hours.
I'd be so mad trying to get a face ID on a toilet. You got.
I'm breaking that shit. I'm gonna be pissed, dog.
Honestly,
I'm breaking.
It don't even make sense where they had it at. I would assume it'll be on top of the lid because
For sure.
you're taller than your toilet. They're like,
I was like, that's stressful. Having to go to the bathroom and then having to punch a button to get it to unlock a toilet. Nah. That's scary. That's one of my worst nightmares.
Yeah, that's terrible.
I've been there.
I seen videos of girls, they were trying to get in their house and they couldn't open up fast enough and they peed themselves. They peed their pants because
sometimes it be like that.
They were fumbling them keys.
We like that. Oh, us men, we whip it out.
Sure, if I was a girl, I'd go right there in the bush. If I got pee that bad.
Yeah, but the aim is all fucked up.
The aim different. The other part of poop news is like, all right, so what if you spend the night with a girl? This says the caption for this is when she's everything you prayed for until it's time to go to sleep. Well, this the first time you spend the night with a girl, and it's this right here.
Oh my God, no.
Is that a snore?
Dog.
That part of the end was crazy.
I'm sorry. I don't think I could do. I can't mess around with snore.
It's been a couple girls I've heard fart in their sleep because they be trying to be cute and hold it all day. So
yeah,
it happened. The worst one for me though, I was cuddling with a girl and then I felt a whoop. I was like, all right, I rolled over. I couldn't even be mad because she sleep, and then it's like, all right.
Oh yeah,
I'm not even mad at that one. If you farting, that fart happens once or twice and then it's done. But snoring all night long and it's loud like that, nah, I can't do that.
Different. Like I could tell you, the girls do be farting in their sleep. That should be funny.
Definitely.
I sleep with this girl. She farted and she woke herself up when she farted, and I looked at her and she looked at me and said, "Yep." And we started laughing. That's but like a
I wonder
Gomez.
if any girl heard me for my sleep. Sure.
I know I done ripped in my sleep. I think like the Gomez type of snore.
Nah.
Nah.
There's levels of snoring. Like people snore. I can't. It's hard for me to be mad at people snoring because
Sure.
like, you can't control that. Like,
Yeah, that's regular.
Of course, if you don't want to snore to mess up, but it's people like my cousin. He got a sinus wrong. His snoring, I could not do it. I just couldn't do it. It's crazy.
Yeah. Some
So
snore.
like a Gomez, it's crazy.
Yeah, I was upstairs at Gomez crib when I was down there in October, and I had to get up to use the bathroom or something like that. I just hear it down there. I was like, nigga, it sounded like a construction team was inside of a washer. Like it was ridiculous, nigga. It was crazy. I said
When he came to Cali, spitting and was on the couch while I was in the room. It's coming through my wall. I'm like,
I said, this guy is snoring, buddy. But especially,
I know I have times when I snore, but it's times when I don't either.
me, I think it's on my back. Like if I'm on my, because I think the breathing is different. So I think if I'm on my back a long time, I might snore. On my side, I think it's all right. On my side, are you a snorer, man?
Nah. The most I do is I breathe heavy sometimes.
So you ain't never really had complaint about snoring. Though,
nah, never snoring.
He be farting though, better believe that.
In my sleep?
Yeah.
Nah, I wake up every time before I fart.
That's funny. I don't know why. I don't want to let y'all hear this.
I know he be ripping him while he sleep, dog.
This just sounded good. I think I can play. Can we play instrument? Yeah, I think I can play it. But here, let me play.
Play one of the popular instrumentals of all time, though.
But it's the Jamaican dude rapping over it. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll play a little bit. It just sounded nice.
Don't try to this. That's on the hit list. Clients wanna try to this. No one that you slew them off their feelings, them a carry. Them done go barricade and them can't set them carry. Kill them off their feelings, them a carry. Well, the color I'm
that just alcohol.
I love Jamaican artists, man. That type of vibe is so incredible. That patois rapping, that shit sounds so hard. Since I was a kid, I love that. And
Especially
dance
if you got
hall.
the voice. Especially if you got the voice.
Oh,
like,
man.
If you got the voice, then it worked. Like,
and then the last thing I'm gonna show is like there's something just funny about dudes. Like when other people laugh, it's this page called Cottonmouth on YouTube, but they take people clips and then they got Muppets to talk over, and this junk was just funny to me.
Yo, my girl said she was gonna make some burgers.
What the?
Yeah, my girl said.
he was confident in them brownie balls, wasn't he?
Like this, she balled him up and they pat him down.
Got it flowers.
Man, meatloaf nuggets.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
hilarious.
funny though. Black people laughing is funny.
Black people just the funniest, period, dog.
Absolutely, hands down.
Also, random. So people been suggesting me to watch couples therapy. And then I be seeing clips that be going viral. People like, this is a good show, you should watch it. And I'm like, it sound cool, but
It's a TV show.
It's a real show about a therapist that interview couples. It's on Showtime. So an episode will cut between the different couples she's going through therapy with. And I finally gave it a shot because this guy that I follow online, they be giving suggestions on different things. He suggested it, and I feel like we have similar tastes. So I'm like, all right, I ain't got nothing to do. So I started last night. I watched this. I was like, let me start on season 2. Man, that shit good, dog. I ain't gonna lie, that is good. And one thing I realized from watching those episodes is that most of the issues that we all have stem from childhood. it'd be all childhood trauma that just shape the way we view things, shape the way we act, shape our behavior.
Definitely.
And it's crazy. It all be stemming from childhood. Like when you get down to the nitty gritty, it's so important for like parents to teach their kids certain things and like not expose them to certain things because it's just they carry it. And it's
I even heard this they found out like they did this study right with a kid in like a study play session, right? It was just a kid by himself and they were trying to give this kid like ways like a little problems to solve and stuff. But he was doing it with the person that was, I think it might have been his mom or something, and it was all cool. Like he was enjoying himself. He was trying to figure it out, enthusiastic, smiling, whatever, whatever. But then they changed the experiment a little bit to where now the dad or somebody else would come in the same space, another adult, and the kid would look at him or him or her, and they would start arguing with the parent. So they would just start an argument, like between dad and mom. They would just start an argument, like what? And they'll just film the kid looking. And once that was finished after like 5 minutes or whatever, and and the kid went back to studying, he was completely not in it. He was like kind of out of it, withdrawn. You know, you could tell. And they were saying like, "Yo, we build coping mechanisms in ourselves, and this right here, a kid shutting down when there's arguments and stuff like that, that's to get away. It's a coping mechanism to get away." So I was like, it just goes along with what you said. We do take away things that affect us in the future for real.
And then it's like they hide behind it so long, and then when they finally start to show itself, they're like, where did it come from? It's like, well, remember that one thing you pushed back down in the back of your subconscious when you were like 5 years old?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, that
it's funny, it'll take like 4 or 5 episodes, then we finally get to okay, that's what it is. Like almost everybody, it was something from childhood.
and if even well, even if it's not from childhood, it could be something like, have you ever been like either arguing with somebody or having a discussion, and y'all start at one point, but by like the end of the argument, you'd be like, dang, we didn't uncover about 4 or 5 things that we wasn't even talking about. Like this wasn't even what we was talking about at the beginning. But that's why communication, but you gotta ask niggas questions. And that's what makes dating so interesting now at this age, this big age that we at, because we not I'm not taking on a bunch of issues. I'm not taking on a bunch of family stuff. I'm not in the business of that. I don't. That's why I kind of don't want to, date a girl with kids. I don't want, like, it's just a lot of stuff that I'm just like, nah. I'm thinking about everything now. You know what I'm saying? When you're young, you kind of think about other stuff. But it's just interesting when if they got a certain amount of debt, you got to think about that. If you coming together, you got to think about, hey, how is if somebody tell me, oh, I don't get along with my dad and my sister and my brother or something, I'll be like, well, what happened there? What is, it's just so many questions now that I wouldn't have cared about before.
The second thing I learned is that I feel like all of these couples would not be together if they didn't go to therapy. So I feel like therapy was like one of the best decisions all of them made because it's something about therapy that you get to say the things you want to say that you wouldn't normally say because you're scared of maybe how the other person will react to it or they'll never hear you out. So it's like it's almost a safe space, even though they're right next to you. It's like talking to this person, so you get to say it to bring up anything. So if none of them went there, I don't think any of these relationships would survive. And when you see it from the beginning and how it ends, it's like, whoa, it's such a transformation. So it's like if anyone's in a relationship and they feel like, it's teetering, go to therapy.
That's why I tell you, even when you about to get married, they say premarital counseling is really good. People don't want to do it, but they like, you might as well do it while you're in a good space with the person to talk about things that may come up later, because they like it just kind of helps ease into the marriage, because divorce is expensive.
I also think this generation, a lot of times what people got to really think, are you getting married just to get married, or are you ready to be a wife or a husband? Because there's a difference.
For sure.
Like people want the ending of their fairy tale to be like, hey, I was chose, I
Mm-hmm.
got this ring, I got this wedding. But are you really ready to be a wife, or are you really ready to be a husband? Because
That's just a
everybody say who married is not easy. It ain't just this fairy tale. It's gonna be ups and downs like anything. So it's like that's why I think our generation has this separation. We want we want to be married, but we don't want to become a spouse.
I guess I end the pod on a higher note. I know Cam know about this. Emmanuel, you seen the nice compliment rap battles?
I don't think so.
Those are the best.
Oh, those it's really good. So I'm gonna show you a
But they're
couple.
doing rap battles now. If you didn't know, where they just compliment each other. It's no dissing.
So they'll take
Compliment each other.
certain rap, like this one rapper is this guy named A Ward, and he's a white dude, but he a Christian battle rapper, so he don't cuss. Like
Right.
and then but he really battle rap. He battle rap. But so Barstool put together a nice competition, and this one they've had other ones. This one felt really good because you could tell they homies, like they homies. So I'm gonna show you a couple of clips from this. All right, so let me pull this first one up, and we'll end it like that. Here we go. So this is the first one.
I said he is a leader. This ain't just some scene for the cameras. He's not just a chef. He's a culinary king to the amateurs. He made my family a 7-course meal from the desserts, appetizers. You should see the things that he handed us. And at the end, my mother, Karen, didn't even want to speak to the manager. I said he talks to the CEO with the respect that he talks to the janitor. He is tougher than a steak at Applebee's, bilingual. Stop it. I said he is tougher than a steak at Applebee's, bilingual. Made straight A's in Japanese, hardworking. Have you ever seen him rake a bag of leaves? The only person that could put me on a stage with smacking bees. He's never ruined any episode of Grey's Anatomy or a Breaking Bad release. When I face catastrophe, he just prays and asks for peace. He can never be not nice to me and claim he's mad at me. Not only did he invite me to the cookout, he helped me make the mac and cheese.
So let me go to this.
That's adorable.
Hi, Dad. There's a king inside this cat. No mean or violent acts. Yo, he couldn't be close to Jesus if he resided at where. Yo, do me a favor, turn this way. No, yeah, turn around. Just keep the eye contact. He's just so much of a great guy. I don't feel comfortable saying things behind his back.
That's a bar, and he did that off the cuff.
Yeah, he did that off the cuff. That was
he did
hard.
that off the cuff.
That was, and then I'll just play this. I think it was this.
By age 8, he was giving us Kyrie vibes. He was dunking on a rim that was 9 feet high while wearing ankle weights and rocking some Nike slides. By 15, he was running a trap dolo. Y'all could buy 3 pies, a real maverick on the block. They said he's a lively guy. By age 20. By age 20, he had the IQ of 295, a computer programmer on the IT side, to the point he told me 3 days ago he logged in and hacked into Shannon Sharp's IG Live. Why are y'all surprised? He's incredible with raps. His talent level is unmeasurable, in fact. He gives 110% every level that he's at. His girl said he's always the little spoon because he's never holding back. That's it. Not knowing the fact that he's affiliated is for a reason. Y'all just show hatred. Did y'all actually know that Chef Trez was handpicked by the Bloods? Based off how much of it he donated, yo, he saved.
Now I'll show you Buddy his response, and then I went and watched the whole battle on YouTube. It was actually good. But...
Rhymes. You never sleep on your opponents. You got a vicious grind. You even one of the people that made other battlers embrace their religious side. All praise we get a God. You know, I never seen you mad or stressed before. You was blessed and more. Because when it come to get talent, you one of the best for sure. Even in real life, everything's set for war. Show me a 7.62. Excellent credit score.
That's hilarious.
Excellent.
I like that.
You a vet plus more. Family man, role model. You keep God and your peeps first. You even helped the chef name ring at one point like Steve Kerr. I'm referring.
Damn.
You even helped. You did. You did. I'm referring to our 2-on-2. You was punching fluid. You was carrying the team for real. It gave me some influence. And for that, hope your college football team win a championship. Is there some confusion? Because you so much of a Tennessee fan, I seen you volunteer even when you ain't want to do it.
I like it. Just the volunteer.
And I thank you, brother. Type to let the homie vent. Don't trip if he get tough. Type to check on the fam and buy the kids stuff. And if I call you at 4 a.m., I know you gonna pick up. Look, bro, I'm the chef, but the way you be cooking lethal. When you be battling your peers that don't even be looking equal. You know, I hate when people use lines like you racist. That way I just couldn't see you. He don't see black and white. He see the good in people. The streets need you.
Yeah, I was like, it just feel good. It's good stuff, man. That's
Well,
good.
ladies, that's a place you could go find your husband, possibly a nice guy battle.
Nice guy battle rap. But you know, it's actually harder because you got to really come up with some, like, because you're not going like angrily at somebody. So it's like, well, I guess if you know each other, it's a little bit easier. But some of that one, it was really good. I think it was like 20 minutes on YouTube.
You're so nice and kind. You're kind and nice. The nice of guy, the type of guy that's nice and kind. That's nice and nice. I don't know.
Oh man, but all right, yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
All right, y'all. One love.
Love y'all. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you next week.
Peace.